Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, and Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas have arrived at the venue.
Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, Adhivishisht Seva Medal, now Sena Medal, is an alumnus of the National Defence Academy and was commissioned in the Indian Navy on 1st of July 1987 in the executive branch. He undertook his initial sea training on board INS Vijay Durg and submarine training on board INS Sindhu Ghosh and INS Shalki. An anti-submarine warfare specialist, the Admiral was appointed as the anti-submarine warfare officer on board Shalki for 5 years and executive officer on board Shishumar and Shankul during Operation Vijay. On promotion to the rank of Rear Admiral, he served as a flag officer submarines, where he handled responsibilities of safety class authority dealing with the nuclear and radiation safety of our nuclear assets. He subsequently assumed command as the flag officer commanding Maharashtra Naval Area. On promotion to the rank of Vice Admiral, he was appointed as the Inspector General Nuclear Safety from November 2021 to December 2023. He assumed the command of Southern Naval Command as a flag officer commanding-in-chief on 31st December 2023. On behalf of Cochin Shipyard Limited, it is my honor and privilege to welcome Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer, Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, accompanied by Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to this August gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of Cochin Shipyard, it is my honor and privilege to welcome Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer, Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, accompanied by Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to this august gathering. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Cochin Shipyard Limited, I, Sybil John,
And I, Anjita Anil,
extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, senior officers of the Indian Navy, and to all the dignitaries present here for the prestigious concurrent launch of the 4th and the 5th anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft being built by Cochin Shipyard Limited.
we begin on an auspicious note with a prayer to the Almighty for the goodness of humanity. The prayer would be rendered by Miss Kartika. May we request everyone to kindly rise for the Vandana.
आदित्यादिनवग्रहा शुभकरा मेषादयोराशयो नक्षत्राणि सयोगकाश्च स्थितयत्तदेवदास्तत्कणा मासादारुतवस्तथैव दिवसा सन्ध्यास्तथा रात्रय सर्वे स्थावरजङ्गम प्रतिदिनं कुर्वन्तु नो मङ्गलम्.
Thank you, Kartika, for that soulful Vandana. May the spirit of this prayer guide us in our path and be the light that never dims. May I now request Mr. Madhu S. Nair, Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard Limited, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to one and all. It's a proud day for Cochin Shipyard Limited. It's a privilege to welcome you all to the concurrent launch of the 4th and the 5th ASW shallow water corvettes, which Cochin Shipyard is building for the Indian Navy. As most of you are well aware, This is a series of 8 ASW SWC vessels, and 3 vessels, the first 3 vessels have been launched in November 2023 and is currently in advanced stages of outfitting, commissioning, and potential delivery shortly. These vessels for Cochin Shipyard Limited are the first in series after the mighty INS Vikrant. At this juncture, it's with pride and great pleasure that I welcome Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer Commander-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, to this august gathering. Warm welcome, sir. Today, vessel number 4 and 5 of the series will be launched at the august hands of Smt Vijaya Srinivas, beloved wife of the Commander-in-Chief. And again, it's with warm pleasure and privilege that we welcome you to Cochin Shipyard for this august occasion. Today, I always believe that occasions like this have an extra blessing when the families are involved. And here, I am very happy to inform all of you that we are blessed with the privileged presence of Mrs. Satyavati, mother of Srimati Vijaya Srinivas. We in Cochin Shipyard Limited, we take such occasions and such presence of the esteemed family member as a blessing with a hand on the head of Cochin Shipyard Limited. Thanks a lot and warm welcome, ma'am. Admiral Sandeep Mehta, VSM, ACW P&A, is representing the Naval headquarters here, and he has been involved right from day one. He has been involved in every stages of this project, cajoling us, guiding us, pushing us for the best deliveries of these projects. And warm welcome to Admiral Sandeep Mehta to our midst. We have Commodore SP from NHQ, Admiral Subir Mukherjee, ASY, Sadish M. Shanai, CSO Training, Admiral M. Srinivas, FAST. We also have Sri Divagar Jayant, CGM of NAD Aliva, and Dinesh Rawat, INAS, GM of NAD. Co-travelers in all these endeavors with us, warm welcome. Sri T. Kabilan, IDAS, is with us. He is involved right in every stages of this project. Warm welcome to Cochin Shipyard. CSO Tech, the senior officials of Southern Naval Command, very warm welcome to this morning event here. Warm welcome to WPS Commodore Parthiban, who is involved in each and every stages of this project. CEO Vikrant and the entire senior officials from the Indian Navy, very warm welcome. I now come to welcoming my own family, fellow directors on the board of CSL, executive directors, CGMs, GMs, and my beloved employees of Cochin Shipyard Limited, without whom this shipyard does not have an ethos. Very warm welcome to this event. I also take this occasion to welcome the Senior Joint Director of the Factories and Boilers and the entire fraternity of stakeholders of CSL, because Cochin Shipyard Limited, at the end of the day, is an amalgamation of each and every human being associated with us. Because without this, there is no CSL. So occasions like this, when 2 prestigious vessels are being launched, I welcome all of you to this event. You're all aware that CSL, after INS Vikrant, which we had the privilege of being commissioned at Cochin Shipyard Limited, the august hands of our Honorable Prime Minister, is now currently building 8 ASW SWCs and 6 next-generation missile vessels. You're all probably aware that, again, CSL has commissioned a new 310-meter dry dock and a brand new ship repair yard in the Wellington Island, ISRF. And we had again had the privilege of having both of these commissioned at the august hands of our Honorable Prime Minister. Why I am bringing this point here, the kind of infrastructure, capabilities we have built up, what we have invested into in this country, along with certain critical interventions, teaming up with the Indian Navy, based on advice from the Indian Navy, for support of Russian equipment in the country. Teaming up, again, based on advice from the Government of India, and today having signed the Master Ship Repair Agreement with the United States Navy for 5 years. Our own division, Cochin Shipyard Limited Strategic and Advanced Solutions, CSAS as we call it, working very closely in certain niche areas, closely working with the DRDO and the Indian Navy. I think Cochin Shipyard is ready to support the Indian Navy from various initiatives. And we would not hype it up, but then from a subtle point of view, we are ready for each and every step which the Navy would actually want to take. And we would be very, very happy to be closely aligned with this. These vessels that are being launched today, I have to admit, these vessels should have been launched a few months earlier. The last vessels, as I said, the 3 concurrent vessels were launched in November. And those vessels, the first of those vessels, we had actually wanted to target delivery within this year. Shipbuilding, as many of us in the system are aware, it's a endeavor. It's an endeavor of passion. It's an endeavor of technology. And the kind of stakeholders, the kind of demands, the kind of changes that we have to look into, at the end of the day, with a pinch of salt, but then we need to accept and we need to admit, and we need to understand and appreciate that certain changes may happen, but I want to assure the entire gathering, the Commander-in-Chief, that the intent of CSL, we are very clear on our intent. We never say we are perfect. We strive towards perfection, but we have a system and under which when we are working, yes, there are challenges, there are difficulties. But it's not that we are slipping too much. There would be some delays, there would be some challenges. But at the end of the day, the assurance again, the intent and the assurance is that excellent, good vessels will be delivered out of Cochin Shipyard. And this assurance is on behalf of entire employees of Cochin Shipyard Limited. Once again, privilege, you can see, in addition to the ASW vessels being launched today, you can see 2 magnificent vessels which Cochin Shipyard is building for German clients. And as we are speaking, multiple projects being handled in this country together. This again aligned with the larger thought process of the Government of India, make in India, make for India, make in India, make for the world. And we are happy, we are privileged to be leading many of these endeavors, be it in shipbuilding, be it in ship repair. And we assure, again, the intent will be clear. How we perform issues, certain changes, the request would be all of us will do it together. Because at the end of the day, this is not about Cochin Shipyard Limited. As I always say in all forums, this is about India. This is about our country. Whatever we are doing, the infrastructure we are doing, the capabilities we are building, the ships we are building, when we are exporting it to Europe, at the end of the day, this is all about India. I strongly believe in this. And with this, once again, warm welcome to this gathering. Once again, thanks a lot for CNC and his beloved wife and wife's dear mother to be with us today. It's really an honor. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, to kindly address the august gathering on this occasion.
Mr. Madhu Nair, Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard Limited, Mrs. Ramita Nair, Admiral Sandeep Mehta, ASW PNA, flag officers, members of the Cochin Shipyard family, officers of the Indian Navy, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a matter of great pride, privilege, and honor for me and my wife to be present here this morning on this momentous occasion and witness the simultaneous launching of the 4th and 5th ASW shallow water craft being constructed here at the Cochin Shipyard Limited. At the outset, I would like to extend my heartiest felicitations and congratulations to each and every member of the Cochin Shipyard Limited on achieving this significant milestone. I call it significant not only for the CSL, but also for the shipbuilding industry of the nation itself. And this is a testament to the unwavering commitment and indomitable spirit of the Indian Navy, the Cochin Shipyard, and all the industry partners. Given the current geopolitical situation across the world, and more importantly, in our immediate neighborhood, which has witnessed many upheavals and turmoils affecting the stability and security calculus, it has indeed become more relevant and necessary for us not only to be completely prepared in all respects, but more importantly, ensure that we are self-reliant in our efforts and capabilities in this direction. I'm therefore extremely delighted to know that these ASW shallow water crafts being launched today and the ones being built as part of this project are indigenously designed and constructed with almost all equipment being manufactured in India. The CSL's capability to address the large canvas from the aircraft carriers to the ASW shallow water craft has indeed given a great fillip to the nation and the Navy's quest for Atmanirbharta. Thank you so much. Over the decades, we have come a long way, and as on date, the Indian Navy has largely transformed itself from a buyer's Navy to the builder's Navy. CSL has had a large role to play, and we, the Indian Navy, wholeheartedly acknowledge the efforts and contribution of CSL in this journey of the Indian Navy. Amidst the constantly changing global security dynamics, the launch of these warships sends a powerful message that our nation is not only ready to ensure maritime security of our areas of interest, but is also committed to peace, stability, and protection of maritime neighborhood, and to ensure that our seas around us remain safe and free for navigation for all seafarers. As the largest resident naval power in the Indian Ocean region, today's launch of these new warships also reflects the Indian Navy's steadfast dedication in maintaining a strong and capable maritime force prepared to respond to any threat or aggression. This project is of immense significance to the Indian Navy. These ships would be giving a great impetus to the very important tactical and operational capability of ASW operations in the shallow waters for the Indian Navy. the Mahe class ASW shallow water craft, each named after the coastal towns on the west coast of India, would carry forward the glorious legacy of their namesake and erstwhile minesweepers. In their new avatar, the Mahe class ASW shallow water crafts would be much larger than the predecessors, both in terms of dimensions and tonnage, and different roles and tasks being assigned to them. These ships are designed to be equipped with highly advanced and indigenously manufactured underwater sensors, torpedo tube launchers, and mine-laying capability. They're envisaged to undertake ASW operations in coastal waters, low-intensity maritime operations, mine-laying operations, as well as subsurface surveillance and interdiction to state-of-the-art sensors and weapons. These ships would be based at various naval harbors and would greatly augment our shallow water ASW capabilities as well as harbor protection measures at all times. We have been keenly monitoring the progress of these vessels ever since their keel laying on 8 December 23. The launching of the ASW shallow water crafts today will take us one more step closer to the next milestone of trials and subsequent delivery to the Indian Navy. As the CMD brought out, in addition to the ASW shallow water craft project, the CSL is also building 6 next-generation missile vessels for the Indian Navy. I am given to understand that the production of the first vessel of this weapon-intensive platform is planned to commence by the end of this month with the targeted delivery of March 27. We look forward to the delivery of these vessels as well. Now I would like to make a comment on what the CMD brought out with respect to the development at the CSL. I would like to take the opportunity to appreciate the efforts of the shipyard in developing India's first fully indigenous hydrogen-powered catamaran ferry. The ferry was recently inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister and is a testament to the shipyard's commitment to develop indigenous capabilities in green energy vessels. I've had the opportunity of sailing on this craft earlier this year, and I've noticed the innovative development which demonstrates the CSL's commitment to advancing the nation's maritime capabilities through eco-conscious transportation solutions. This year, as the CMD again brought out, the shipyard has also added new infrastructure for shipbuilding and ship repair facilities in terms of the new state-of-the-art dry dock and international ship repair facilities. They have begun to diversify, which is good for the country. The new dry dock facility is an engineering marvel comprising underground structures capable of both ship construction as well as ship repairs. The new ISRF is a major step in augmenting the ship repair facility of the nation, keeping in consonance with the Government of India's Maritime Vision 2030. These national facilities put Kochi on the map for being a global destination for ship repairs and capability to meet the growing demands of repair and maintenance support of the Indian Navy as well as the commercial shipbuilding industry. And for a first, as the CMD again brought out, they've also been successful in signing an MOU of MSRA with the US for their ship repairs. Once again, my heartiest congratulations to each and every member of the team CSL, and specifically the design team, the project management group, the ship production team, and the material division of CSL for this project. Further, I would also like to compliment the untiring efforts of the warship overseeing team and the ACWPA and his team for the tireless and outstanding work in achieving the concurrent launch of these 2 ships today, which I said is a significant development for all of us. I'm confident the ships would be delivered on schedules while meeting the expectations of the Indian Navy in terms of quality. To conclude, I take this opportunity once again to wish all the members of the Cochin Shipyard Limited continued success in all their future projects and endeavors. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Navarna.
Thank you, sir. The ceremonial launching of warships is symbolized by an invocation from the Atharva Veda. Here, we seek the blessings of goddess Aditi, also known as Devamata, the mother of celestial gods. Invoking Aditi at the launch of warships is truly an apt gesture to begin the long and successful voyages for these ships to paint an illustrious saga in safeguarding our motherland. May I now request Commander K.G. Nair, Project Officer from Warship Overseeing Team, to recite the sloka invoking Goddess Aditi.
Aditirdomh radirantaksham ditimarta sapita saputrah Vishwe deva aditihi panchajana aditirjata baditirjanitvam Mahim pumataram subratanam tasya patano vasa havamahe Tavikshatram jarantamarucho sushmanim aditimah Satraman prativihi gamaneham sushmanam aditi Daivi namam swaritramanam agaso Astravantima ruhema swastaye Vajasya anuprasave mapataram mahim aditi Nama vachasa karamahe Yasya upasta urvantariksham Sanaha sharma trivaruntam niyachat. Meaning, thou art the heavens, O Aditi, and thou art the unfathomable space. By thee we art measured and protected, and thou art as thy children. Thou art all the gods in heaven, thou art the 5 nations. Thou art our present and future. Thou the measure of goodness. To the mistress of righteousness, to thee we tender our offering. Far flung are thy domains, ever widening, ever prospering. Happy, O Aditi, and blessed in thy guidance. With thy blessings we embark on this ship that rides well the waves. So broad in beam and spacious, comfortable, resplendent. Blessed are her coast, her rudders strong. Faultless in construction, her bilges dry. So with the words of praise to thee, we embark on this venture, that prosperity may flow. With thy thrice blessed protection, O Aditi, who are thyself the spirit of the earth and the space and the heavens. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence the puja and naming ceremony of the 2 vessels. The puja ceremony will include prayers with application of kumkum, followed by garlanding of the ship and traditional breaking of coconut, which symbolizes an offering to Lord Vignesh for the removal of all obstacles and hurdles during her voyages. This will be followed by the naming ceremony and unveiling of the plaque. May I now request Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer, Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, accompanied by Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas, to proceed to the puja days of BY 526. I also request Mr. Madhu S. Nair, Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard Limited, Mrs. K. Ramita, Rear Admiral Sandeep Mehta, Assistant Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition, to accompany the Chief Guest.
भूतगणादिसेविदं गभिर्तजम्भोफलसारभक्षिदं उमासुदं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं വക്രതുണ്ടമഹാകായം കോടിസൂര്യസമപ്രഭം അവിഘ്നം ഗുരവേ ദേവാൻ സർവകാര്യേഷു സർവദാ. ഓം സർവമംഗളമംഗല്യേ ശിവേ സർവാർത്ഥസാധികേ ശരണ്യേ ത്രയംബകേ ഗൗരി നാരായണീം നമസ്തുതേ. സംസമിദ്ദിവസേ വൃഷന്നഗ്നേ വിശ്വന്നര്യായിളഹസ്പദേ സമുദ്യസേ സനോപശൂന്യാഭരാം സംഗച്ഛത്വം സംവദത്വം സംഭോമനാം സുജാനതാം ദേവാഭാഗം യഥാ പൂർവേ സംജാനാന ഉപാസതേ. സമാനോ മന്ത്രഃ സമിതി സമാനീ സമാനം മനസകചിത്തമേഷാം സമാനം മന്ത്ര അഭിമന്ത്രയേവ സമാനേന വിഷജ്ജഹോമിം സമാനീ വാ ആഘൂതി സമാനീ ഹൃദയാനി വാച സമാനമസ്തു വോ യഥാവസു സഹസ്രതി. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി.
Now request Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to please name the ship.
हूँ इस पोत और इसकी सभी नौसैनिकों के उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करती हूँ. I name this ship Indian Naval Ship Malpe. May good future at fortune attend her and all those who sail in her. Thank you.
Formerly named as Malpe, the fourth of the Mahe class. Upon commissioning into the Indian Navy, the ship shall be known as Indian Naval Ship Malpe.
May we now request Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM, NM, Flag Officer Commanding in Chief, Southern Naval Command, and Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to proceed to the Puja dais of BY 527. May we also request Mr. Madhu S. Nair, Mrs. K. Ramita, Rear Admiral Sandeep Mehta, Assistant Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition, to accompany the Chief Guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to inform that the first 3 ships were launched simultaneously from the same dock on 30th November 2023.
These anti-submarine warfare shallow water crafts are designed to be fitted with 3 water jets with a rating of 4 megawatt each, delivering a total of 12 megawatt propulsive power.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Puja ceremony of BY 527 will commence now. We request all guests to kindly witness the ceremony on multiple screens provided at the venue. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mahe class of ships will have 7 officers and 50 sailors from the Indian Navy once commissioned.
We would also like to mention that these 2 ships are the 195th and 196th ships to be launched in Cochin shipyard. However, they are only the 6th and the 7th warships to be launched for the Indian Navy, and we are looking forward to building many such potent vessels for the Navy in the future.
Check.
May I now request Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to proceed to BY 527 podium for naming the ship.
लो मैं इस पोत का नाम भारतीय नौसेना पोत मुल्की रखती हूँ। इस पोत और इसकी सभी नौसैनिकों का उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करती हूँ। I name this ship Indian Naval Ship Mulki. May good fortune attend her and all those who sail in her.
May I now request Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to unveil the naming plaque. BY 527 has been formally named as Mulki, the 5th of the Mahe class ships in the making. Upon commissioning into the Indian Navy, the ship shall be known as Indian Naval Ship Mulki. May I now request Vice Admiral V. Srinivas and Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to kindly proceed to the seating area. May I now request Vice Admiral V. Srinivas and Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to kindly proceed to the seating area.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we all have been waiting for has arrived. It is indeed a matter of pride for everyone present here today to be a part of the prestigious and concurrent launching ceremony of these two anti-submarine warfare shallow watercrafts, Malpe and Mulki.
May we request Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas to kindly do the honors and launch Malpe and Mulki simultaneously.
Madam, kindly press the button. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone present here, I congratulate every small effort that has gone into this endeavor. May these ships add to the glory of the Indian Navy in safeguarding our maritime borders.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem. All personnel in uniform are requested to salute the national flag.
All are requested to please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, may I draw your attention to Malpe as we wait for her to begin her maiden journey. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us immense joy and pride in drawing your attention to Malpe as she begins her maiden journey.
With this, we conclude the formal proceedings of today's function. We request all of you to please settle down. As we draw curtains on this memorable event, we have the privilege of presenting a token of our gratitude and appreciation to our chief guests who have taken time from their busy schedules to grace the launching ceremony today.
Without further ado, on behalf of Cochin Shipyard, I request Mrs. K. Ramita to present a token of our love to Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas.
Thank you, Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas and Mrs. K. Ramita. May I now request Mr. Madhu S. Nair, Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard, to hand over memento to our chief guest. May I invite Vice Admiral V. Srinivas, AVSM NM, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, to accept a token of our gratitude from our Chairman.
May I now request Mr. Madhu S. Nair, Chairman and Managing Director, Cochin Shipyard, to hand over a memento to Rear Admiral Sandeep Mehta, VSM, Assistant Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition.
Thank you, sir. We now request Mr. Srijit K. Narayanan, Director Operations, Cochin Shipyard Limited, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Our distinguished guests from the Navy, CMD Cochin Shipyard, Admiral Sandeep Mehta, my fellow directors on CSL board, Chief Vigilance Officer CSL, senior officers from DSP and SNC, Executive Director Ship Repair, Executive Director Shipbuilding, WPS Kochi, officers of WT, Chief General Manager, General Managers and officers of CSL, Senior Joint Director, Factories and Boilers, Government of Kerala, Deputy Commandant, CASF, Office Bearers of Trade Union, Office Bearers of Officers Association and Supervisory Association, officials from the Classification Society, supervisors and employees of Cochin Shipyard and subcontract employees, friends from the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. Today is another historic day for Cochin Shipyard as we witness the launching of 2 more naval platforms. It is therefore with extreme pride that I stand here today to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of entire CSL community and on my personal behalf, I express my gratitude to Mrs. Vijaya Srinivas, who have gracefully consented to launch the vessel today. Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of Cochin Shipyard, I thank Admiral V. Srinivas, FOC-NC, Southern Naval Command, for making himself convenient to be here today with us for this momentous occasion. I thank Madhu S. Nair, CMD CSL, for his presence here today. I would like to place on record our gratitude for his guidance and support at every juncture. I also thank Mrs. Ramita, scientist NPOL, for her gracious presence here today. I thank my fellow directors, Sri Jose Vijay, Director Finance, Srimati Amrapalli Prashant Salve, Independent Director, Dr. Pandi Salve Durai, CVO, CSL, for their presence today. I thank Admiral Sandeep Mehta, ACW P&A, Commodore Samir, and team from DSP for their presence here. The launching of the two vessels today stands testimony to what we have achieved through teamwork and collaborative efforts between Indian Navy and CSL. Commodore S. Parthiban WPS and his team from WOT, Kochi, have been standing committed with CSL throughout the project. I thank them for standing with us and offering professional advice and guidance as required. I thank Admiral Subir Mukherjee, ASY, Admiral Satish M. Shenai, CSO Training, Admiral Srinivas, FOST, and all senior officers of Southern Naval Command for attending this function. Let me also thank T. Kabilan, IFA, Commanding Officer of Vikrant, and senior officers from NAD for making themselves convenient to be here today. I will be failing in my duty if I do not acknowledge the efforts of Team CSL in achieving the milestone despite many challenges, both technical challenges and weather challenges we had to face. I congratulate the entire team who has worked tirelessly to make this happen. I thank office bearers of all unions, office bearers of Officers Association, office bearers of Supervisory Association, and all our suppliers, subcontractors, and all other stakeholders who have graced this occasion with their presence. Thank you and Jai Hind. Finally, I would also thank the mother of Madam who has come here and blessed us. I do not know her name, but she must be hearing this and she will bless, as chairman said, she will bless Cochin Shipyard because she must be the eldest person inside shipyard today. We require her blessings. Thank you.
As we wrap up this momentous event, I request all the dignitaries to kindly proceed for a group photograph. Photo sessions have been planned in front of the ships Malpe and Mulki and thereafter at the area just behind the stage.
All dignitaries are requested to proceed for high tea at the VIP food zone behind the seating area. All Indian naval officers, class authorities, senior officials of shipyard and press representatives are requested to proceed for high tea to the guest food zone. Arrangements have also been made for distribution of food packets to our remaining guests. With this, we conclude the day's proceedings.
Thank you. Jai Hind.